Hey guys, this is Tom. I'm doing a little behind the scenes video for the year 2022 of my Christmas display. And so, anyways, just wanted to show you some stuff that I kind of how I have things set up. Um, First off, I do suck at doing videos like this unrehearsed, so bear with me. I'll do the best that I can and try to make it as short as possible. So, what I'm looking at here is my display, picture of it there on my laptop. This is my laptop that I use in the house there for everyday use, and so, but I also sequence on it as well. And so this is a display I'll look at and say, okay, how does it look? What can I add to it? Stuff like that. So I refer to it several times daily, just so I can kind of get some ideas. So I'm going to take you to a few screens or processes that I use. Audacity is one of them for the audio. I love this program, been using it forever. And it's great for editing your music if you want to cut, slice, and dice, and all that kind of stuff. Audacity is awesome. Also use MP3 gain for adjustments of the volume and stuff like that. So Movie Maker, I use Movie Maker for when I've done a video and I want to add audio to it, and then from there I can combine the two and put it on YouTube. I have Excel spreadsheets that I look at that's got the different tabs for my different controllers and stuff like that, smart receivers and stuff like that. I also have set up for, because I use Lightorama or LOR, I have a spreadsheet just for my LOR stuff. Color coded and DMX channels or LOR unit ID numbers, other pertinent information that is useful, and I can't remember everything, so this comes in handy and I refer to it all the time and update it as I'm updating my display. So anyways, this is really cool. Chris Foster turned me on to this Excel file with mainly it was just the Falcon controllers, and I added to it. So anyways, this has been a very useful tool. So when I go to, let's see here, I also got my cameras that I can look at from inside the house. I can see my display, cars that are parked out there at the street, how everything's going, if anybody's walking around doing stuff they shouldn't be doing. So that's pretty cool. So when I first go into sequence a new song, I go to Lightorama, because I've been using Lightorama since 2005. This is the go-to for me, and I still have some AC and DC lights that I still use Lightorama with. So I'm accustomed to using this software, and it's like second nature. This is S4, Lightorama Edition S4. So and then from there, once I get my song completed here, then I'll go to X-Lights. And X-Lights is where I add my pixels. I import the LOR sequences, and then I'll start to work on my pixels and combine them all into one sequence, and then from there I'll run the show with it. And that's with the X-Lights scheduler. So we'll move over to my garage computer. It's another laptop here, and so I just have that designated for the show only. And there's the X scheduler, and so I can make some adjustments and edit the playlist or something like that if I need to, adjustment times and all that. And I can look and see what's going on out here while I'm out here in the garage. So it makes it really, really nice that I can see while I'm out here doing stuff, how things are performing and stuff like that, and just the crowd in general. So anyways, it works really well. So let's see, I've got my little amplifier here that goes to a couple of my Pioneer speakers that mainly I use for Halloween, but I have set them outside for every now and then for the Christmas show too. This is my Lightorama, a little 8-channel Lightorama controller. So it is bridged off of my Falcon F16 controller that has the differential expansion board on it. And And anyways, so it's bridged off the Falcon, and it comes into this LOR controller. And then from there, it branches out to my other LOR controllers that I have in the display. So you can see I have this splitter right here, and then I also have this splitter right up here that I can branch off to as many controllers as I want. And this is, again, all bridged off of the Falcon F16. So I have about 35 LOR controllers, the DC and AC controllers combined. All right. So now we have, we're moving on here. Got my matrix, okay, my garage matrix, and I've made it into a gate. And so it makes it really nice. So I've got the gate opener, and then it's attached to the garage frame with a couple of bolts there. But then the main support bar for the matrix frame itself is wedged in, or snapped in, should I say, into my garage frame. So the same thing goes for the other side, and I only have one car that I pull in and out of the garage. But the thing is I can open the gate without even getting out of the car. So I can open it and close it. So this is cool. I mean, it just saves from getting in and out of the car, disrupting people or whatever. So mind you, I do have a pretty much flat driveway, which does help. So anyways, it really does help there. So here on the other side, I've got the stabilizer bar going from the garage frame, garage door frame, to another support beam, right? Okay, I'm sorry if I'm moving the video fast. I just don't want this video to be 2 hours long either. And then, of course, the other gate opener. So I do the stabilizer so that it does not spin this pole here. The pole will turn as it's trying to twist, as it's trying to open up the gate. And so that stabilizer that's connected helps prevent that from twisting. So anyways, it works out really well. So then I can just, after I get out of the garage or whatever, just close the gate and close the garage door. So the garage door does open and close as normal. So this just kind of fits right in there. So yeah, it's a little added expense, but what the hey, you can't take it with you. You might as well have fun using it, right? So, all right, we're gonna go up on the roof real quick, show you a couple things, and so we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're up on the roof now. I'm just looking at one of my mega trees. So, and then there's the display down below. So here's one of my flood poles. If you've seen my videos, you've seen that I have flood poles. I've got guy wires that supports everything up on the roof. So I've got 14 guy wires total up on the roof. And this supports all my framing and poles. So there's the rest of the framing right there. So again, sorry if I'm going a little fast, but I just don't want this to be a too lengthy of a video. So with Oklahoma winds, you've got to build for it. And that goes for a lot of other locations. Of course, one of my CMB24 controllers, of course the cabling. There is the wood framing that I use to mount one of my flood poles on. And that way there's no holes in the roof, and it just rests on top of the wood planks. And then the wood plank goes to the other side over there too for the pole over there. Let's see if we can't sneak through here real quick to the other side. All right, sorry about that. All right, so there's my other flood poles, or flood matrix, I guess you might call it. So I've got a couple, I think close to a couple hundred up here on the roof. And I've got my flood arch. Again, we've got guy wires that are just strung out everywhere. But when you put stuff on the roof, you've got to be prepared, right, for any kind of weather. So, and then this stretches all the way down there. So, all right, we're going to get down off the roof so I don't fall down, and we'll just kind of go through the rest of the display real quick. All right, we're back on the ground, so I feel safer from not falling over anyways. So there's a few more of the CMB24 controllers for my floods. All right, so we're stretched out again. Each one of these flood poles, even the ones on the roof, they're all the same height. They're around 19 feet each in height, and it's made out of fence top rail. The key is having it guide. You got to guide it properly. So, all right, enough of that. So here's the matrix. I got 5 matrix panels that extends beyond each side of the house. So the matrix panels themselves is about 6 foot tall by 30 feet from one end to the other. But then you add in the brick spacing around the garage, and it's about 36 feet, I think, from end to end. So anyways, there's my snowflakes and my flood arch and stuff like that. Again, there's all the floods on top of the roof there. All right, let's see here. Take a real quick sneak. There's some more of my CMB24 controllers for my floods. So enough of that. All right, let's move on over here. The Megatree. This is my first Megatree that I've had for many years. It's got 192 LED strands, or 19,200 LEDs, however you want to spell that out. So it's controlled with the LOR Lightorama controllers, the 16 channel AC controllers. All right, and then I have another controller and such for the flood pole, or the light pole that goes up to the center of the tower. It's a RON 25 tower. And then I've got another controller box for the floods themselves. So the DC controllers for the floods. So it's just all plugged in with the little power strip. It's all LEDs. Nothing's gonna happen with it. It'll be all right. It's just being smart about it. All right. The diameter is a 20-foot diameter using 1-inch square tubing that's been bent or rolled. And then also have rebar that's crossed and tied so that it does not pull up from the wind. That's my anchoring for this Megatree. So the Megatree is about 33 feet tall. I think 35 with the star, if I remember right. So anyways, we'll move on. So here we got our mini trees. We got our pixel stakes that are run off of smart receivers. So I've got 180 of them. I've got the arches are 6 foot tall, running 16-foot LED strips. And then I have all my controllers and whatnot, AC controllers, and for my mini trees, 4 different colors, and then a controller for my arches. And then I also have up here in the tree some more CMB 24 controllers for my floods. So yes, I have more floods out here that is in the shape of a tree. So anyways, it does pretty good there. It's got its impact. I like it. So we're gonna walk further out here now. Sorry for the wobbly camera we're walking further out, so sorry about that. There's my Tune 2 sign. It's ready, set, go. So I even got guy wires on it. I don't take any chances with the wind we get around here. Excuse me. All right, the other side of the driveway pretty much replicates where we just come from. All right, I've got another 180 pixel stakes, another set of arches, and another flood tree, just like I do over here. One thing I did forget to mention was up here in the trees, you can't see it, but there's pixel strings also up in the trees. You can't see it, so no need wasting any more time. Well, I've got pixels up in those cedar trees over there too. So at night, it shows up really nice. And then there's the display, or the house, should I say. All right, and last but not least, the Pixel Mega Tree. So I built this to replicate my LED Mega Tree. So it's 20-foot base, and again, it's about 31. I'm wanting to say 31 foot tall on this one because it is a little higher. So it's a little more elevated than the other one, so I wanted them both to be about the same height. So with this one, it's pixels. But I didn't do the traditional strips, right? I just took the pixel strands, wrapped them around the cable, the steel cable, all right, and then have turnbuckles down here that I make my adjustments with. So I wanted this because, well, I wanted a 360-degree pixel tree, and I didn't want the strips to block what's on the back side of it. But also with this height, I didn't want the wind to catch it. I know some people give ideas about, oh, well, you can alleviate that. Well, I had my own way of alleviating it, so we're good there. So real quick, we're gonna wrap this up. I do have 3 cranks that pull up 16 pixel or 16 strands each. So it's 3 pie shapes. Really wish that helicopter wasn't here. So I've got 48 pixel strands. And so divided into 3, it's 16. And so these hand cranks will raise and lower 16 pixel strands each. All right, then I have my other Falcon F16 with 2 expansion boards, along with another AC controller for my light pole, and then DC controllers for my floods. So again, I did the same thing as I did with my other Mega Tree. So first time using this, and I was impressed how it all went together. It's just a concrete pad, and so it's just that's where the tire rests on. It swivels up, pulls up with a winch. And the same thing with that Mega Tree over there. Got a concrete pad for it also. Just a 2-foot by 2-foot concrete pad. And then you just guy it. You got 4 guy wires on each tree. It's just being smart about it. So, all right, guys, I think that's it. I just wanted to kind of walk you around real quick and show you what I got this year. So I don't want to drag it out anymore. I don't want to bore you anymore. So, anyways, thank you very much, and I appreciate it. And y'all take care.